Okay, so we're going to talk about my December lineup. Part of it, well, all of it, but I only have part of it figured out. I will explain and you will understand as I show you. Anyway, I am helping my niece with her high school performance of The Wizard of Oz, and it's taking up a nice chunk of time. Not too much, but you know, extra time that I would normally be doing YouTube with. So I haven't had time to make a bunch of videos, especially since I just finished NaNoWriMo yesterday and I won. Yay me. I reached my challenge of 50,000 and 10 plus words. My total word count was 50,203. So let's start here with the Foxy Fix. This is in the Wildflower Leather, and the color is amber. And I have been housing in here my Preptober, which happens before NaNoWriMo when you prep for your novel, in here. And I have also been writing some notes as I've been writing my novel. So this whole thing is completely finished, and I can take this insert out, or I can keep it in here because I need to refer to this for a little while. Well, I am finally finding some time to take these notes and put them into Scrivener. And that is the writing, it's not an app. Is it an app? It's the writing program, I would say, that I was using for NaNoWriMo. And it's my preferred writing program because it's amazing. And so over here, I have this, which was, you know, I've seen like 100 times. This is just kind of a place where I brainstorm and I write lists and things in this insert, which is also completed. So I don't know if I'm going to be using this for December, but I mean, look at it. There's hardly any scratches. There's some dings, but this does not look like the Wildflower Amber Leather that I'm used to seeing. I mean, I've had this for what, several months now? Nothing. So, I mean, you can see slightly here, but I mean, they rub out. So yay for that. Now the next Traveler's Notebook. This is the part that I am very unsure of. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I was like die-hard set on getting rid of all of my TNs except for the standard size, which I did. And so now I have this baby, which I love. This is in the Spice Leather by Foxy Fix, and this is in the color Pepper. And I love this Traveler's Notebook. Okay, it is, let me show you. It has 4 strings in it, and it also has this complete back pocket, which is awesome. And then it has pockets that are the same in the front as well as in the back. I love this thing, but after I purchased the Travelers Company monthly insert and the Travelers Company weekly inserts, I thought I was set for 2019. I was like, not going to buy anything else. It was totally fine. And then, you know, life was just like, oh no. And I bought the Hobonichi and the Jibun Techo. But let's talk about this first. So I honestly don't know what to do with this monthly because I have a monthly in the Jibun Techo and the Hobonichi. So I don't really have a specific purpose for this anymore. This was going to be my like forward planning, free for all, in case I wanted to do a bullet journal. I had this because at some point in the year, the thing is I tend to come back to the Traveler's Notebook. I miss it no matter what system I'm in. And I wanted to have this when I was ready to move back in to a Traveler's Notebook. So I might just doodle or do like challenges in here. I might just put what TV shows I want to watch or what movies I want to watch throughout the month. And I know it's like, gosh, you don't need an $11 insert for that, but I just want to use it until I move into here and I use it like it should be used as like, you know, for all your appointments and everything else. Because I know at some point I'm probably going to abandon the Hobonichi and the Jibun Techo because that is just my track record. So I have this and it's already December 1st today. Hello, December. And I just I'm not sure what to do with this. So technically this gives you a year and a month, right? So it's not supposed to, I mean, well, obviously it starts in December, but the month where the year starts is in January. So technically this guy over here I can't use until January. And I just have so much tracking that I can do in the Jibun Techo, as you will see in a moment, that I'm not sure I need something else to track, because that's like a lot of tracking. And at some point you have to, like, you know, live your life and not track every single thing, because I know I'll fall off on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What are you guys using your monthlies for? Do you have more than one? What are they all for? Because I'm really starting to brainstorm today, the day I can actually use it. I'm brainstorming. I just don't know what to do. Okay. So then we go to the weekly. Now this was never meant to be for planning, so I'm okay with this guy. I was going to be using this, you know how you see a lot of the planner, travelers, notebook people using this for like memory keeping. I wanted to try that. I was hoping that it would help me become more decorative, use washi tape stickers that I've been hoarding, and maybe some brush lettering. I don't know. Every year I say I'm going to start an artsy fartsy journal or TN, and it never happens for very long. Like, I have good intentions, I swear. So I'm okay with not planning in this. It doesn't start until, is this the right? Yeah. December 17th, so halfway through December, which is kind of wonky. They give you like a whole extra week. No, they give you a whole extra 2 weeks. Usually I thought what they used to do was, like, they want to give you that first week of the year, and so like you would get this day, but no, this guy gives you 2 extra weeks that you don't really need, because there's no January in either of these weeks. Fascinating. Is that true all of the time? Let me know down below. This is the first time I've had the dated version, so that's why I was wondering. This sticker is annoying me. Okay, so I haven't had time to finish decorating this, and I haven't decorated this one at all. That's like one of my favorite things to do, is to sit here and decorate and listen to an audiobook. But again, with the play and NaNoWriMo and then just like regular life things, like I have to go to the bathroom and eat. I know, super annoying, that I haven't had time to do these things. So I'm looking forward to being able to find a really good audiobook, and I have several. That's like my next step. I need to find an audiobook to get started with, and then, you know, get on this. So then in here I have this that I already like prepped for my journal. So again, this is more like mundane writing and memory keeping, and all of like the juicy stuff, you know, goes in here. So the plan is, this is going to be my first year, I think, because the Jibun Techo is going to be my everyday carry, that this actually stays at home. Remember, like, okay, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I had that nightmare that these teens were reading my journal out loud at my table. And I was like freaking out. So like a crazy person, I carry my journal with all of my thoughts in it everywhere. I'm never like a super like nasty, horrible human being who's writing evil stuff. Not that it's a horrible thing to write the bad stuff you think about, because sometimes that lets it, you know, come out of your brain and releases it, and then you're done. I don't know what her name is, but she had a really smart idea that she said she got from somewhere else, where she had like a burn book where you write all of the negative stuff in, and then you just, like, after you're all done, you burn it, and all of that stuff is gone. I don't know, I digress, but I haven't had time to decorate this either. So again, I'm gonna have to have a whole decorating day, man, for reals. And so in here I have this, which I'm not even sure I'm going to start now, but as I get further on, I will explain why. I should probably explain it now that it's here. Anyway, this is an insert that's a downloadable, printable by pencil or pen. And so there are 2 in here. There's one insert here and one insert here. And so you print it, and I believe that it has a cover page to it, but it had 2018 calendar on it. The rest of it is just undated, so I didn't print that portion. But you get a table of contents, and it's 2 pages, and then this is just the bullet style, so it is a dot grid, and it has 50 pages. And I printed this onto Moe River paper, and this is the 52 GSM. So I thought that I would keep this for like collections, because I always try to give collections a go. I know that I bought a ring bound planner for that. I have yet to use that in probably a month now. I started it. I had good intentions. Again, the road is paved with good intentions. This is here if I want to use that. And then I printed another one, but I kind of like Frankensteined. It's not really that bad because they're both by pencil or pen. So I took some of the beginning pages from one insert from pencil or pen, and I believe this is the Undated, is that true? Yeah, Undated Weekly, and it has these like cool columns here, so I could put like forward planning here. So say this was for January, I could put February and March here, or I could put my intentions for February, well, I guess January and February also, and then have January in here, if that makes sense. But anyway, I printed 5 pages of the dot grid, and these are unnumbered. So that wraps around the same insert you just saw, which has the 2 pages and then the 50 pages. And this one is printed on, I think it's 58 GSM Tomoe River paper, a little bit thicker paper, which I like because it has less ghosting, but this is all the pages I had. I think I had 4 more pages. So I printed this one on the thinner one. We'll see how it goes. But I had printed this before I bought the Jibun Techo or the Hobonichi because I believed I was going to try this out for like my bullet journal. And this was going to be my regular planner. And I was just going to draw everything out like a crazy person, even though I know that at some point I do enjoy it, but a lot of the time I don't. So that is in here. And this is like all ready for 2019. If I decide to go with a TN for my everyday carry. But for right now, the only book, well, I should say the only 2 books I really have any plans for is this one and this one. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I need to figure it out because, I mean, it starts today. And normally I'm so excited and I have so many plans when a planner is going to start, but I just have too many planners. And then these 2, I mean, it's okay because I can always come back to them. They're undated. So that's all right. But I mean, they're there. Okay. So that was the TNs. Now we have my Systemic cover by Kokyo. And I have in here my Hobonichi for 2019, which is an A5 Cousin avec. And this one is like the January through June, so it has 6 months in here and 6 months in there. I don't know that I'm going to like carry this with me, and that's why I have both of them together because, you know, who cares? I know this might like trigger some people and you're like, why isn't this over here and this here? Because I don't like that I can't see the cover. I don't know. It's a thing. Anyway. Oh gosh. Anyway, so you will see here that I already removed the ribbons because they were driving me crazy. I kept this one because it was less annoying. We'll see how that goes. But this guy actually starts in January for the most part, but it does give you a monthly, which honestly, again, I've been so busy with NaNoWriMo and with the play that I didn't even realize that this started on the 26th of November. I don't know if you can see it because it's very light, but I can try to pull it up. I hope I'm in frame. Yeah, so I could have started this all week long. I did in the Jibun Techo because it started on November 26th also. So I can take those notes out and put them in here. So my intent for this planner is to use it for my writing planner as well as writing notebook. So any kind of notes that I need to take in here, like on the dailies, will be for like podcasts that I'm listening to, books I'm reading, audiobooks I'm listening to throughout here. Because I'm not going to do all 3 of those things every single day. I would love that if I was just like get my life together like that, but probably not. So I think it's going to be plenty of notes. Also, if I don't, for some reason, use the weekly in here for my mundane writing, I can do a little bit of journaling in here, which also means that, again, see, this is the stuff why I have to do this, because I like talk things out and then I figure other things out. I won't need this if I want to write all of my more juicy stuff, whatever, nothing happens in my life, but you know what I mean, things in here, I can also do that. So any writing that I'm doing, like when I'm editing my novel, those notes will also go on here. Now, for a lot of people, they're like, wow, that sounds like you need more pages. We'll see how it goes. For right now, I do have companion books by Hobonichi, like this one that I can use if I need more pages. I also have, you know, other things that I can use as well. I'm in the process of looking at the Rhodia notebooks. They have some that are like this, that are just like little jot books. I think that the jot books are the Leuchtturm 1917. I think that's what they call theirs. They're just like not very many pages. I'm looking at those, which are A5, which I think would fit nicely in here. And I also am looking at them because I'm not a fan of the 4mm grid that's in here, as well as in the Jibun Techo. So I might take the A5 sized Rhodias if I like them and slice them down to A5 slim to fit in the Jibun Techo. We'll see how it goes. Have you guys thought about that stuff? Have you done that? Let me know if it worked down below for you. Okay. Sorry, I'm off topic. So back here, I'm going to backtrack from the last week of Nano right here and put in my word count and what I worked on that day, because I do have those notes in the Jibun Techo, as well as some in my, which one is it? One of my TNs. And then I can go ahead and start planning out my editing process in here. I won't be able to use any of like the dailies until January 1st. But I can use this. I don't know about the weekly, now that I think about it. For the weeklies, you only get to use one day in November. So the only thing right now in the Hobonichi I can possibly use is this. I might blow it off, since I kind of want to see what I like in the Jibun Techo and what I don't. I'm pointing to the Jibun Techo because it's off camera and you're just like, what does she keep moving her hand to? But I might just use this as a mock-up of how I want my month to look. That's something I could also do, but here's the reality, and this might annoy some of you because you're like, oh my gosh, you got a Hobonichi, I'm so excited. I honestly don't know how much of this I'm going to share with you, because again, it's for like my personal notes, especially my personal notes on my writing. I might do a mock-up day again with a month like this that doesn't really matter, and then maybe like a week that I don't plan as often or write as often, and a day that I don't use, just so you can kind of see how I do it. But again, this is more like personal stuff. I know that's probably annoying because I want to see how you guys are using your Hobonichi so I can borrow ideas. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, those are my plans for this. So technically I don't have to use this for another month, but I can utilize that monthly if I want to. And the planner in me wants to do it already. So I might go ahead and put out a schedule, but I still have like another week until this play is over, before I can really focus on the editing. Writing that much every day and making sure that you write 50,203 words in a month. That was like my final word count, right? It was a lot, and I just need a little bit of a break. So I think a week break would be really nice to let things settle before I start editing. So I might use this calendar. I don't know. And so the last planner I have for 2019 is the Jibun Techo. I talked about this, so let me go over it quickly. I hate this little hole. We established that in the video, but then somebody told me that maybe this hole was for the ribbons that are in the Jibun Techo, like the little, do they call them ribbons? Bookmarks, I guess that's what you would call them. Anyway, and I thought, oh, that's kind of genius. So you won't zip them up. Maybe that makes sense, and that's why it's there. So maybe it's not a flaw in the design. Maybe they're just super smart. So there you go. And I'm getting used to the zipper going up, which I thought was super weird in the beginning. The one thing I do not care for so far is this ridiculous pocket. Now, like I mentioned in my other, this is made by Kokyo, and so in my other Kokyo, this one, let me see if I can show you. It's black on black. I'm sorry, so you might not be able to see the stitching, but this is stitched. So like if I pull it up, it won't. You can see the stitching, I think, up here more than you can here. And I like that because things stay in place and it makes these pockets fit things taut. This, not so much. So when I open this and I move things around, whoops, that happened. Sometimes like the life book or the idea book will slide, and then I try to close it and it's like stuck in the middle, and I don't care for that. I find the more I stuff in here, the more, you know, this gets a little tighter because everything's like bulking up. So that's okay. But if you wanted to be very like thin, you might have some issues too. And this is actually thicker than the idea books. I only have one in here and mine's in the back. These are the idea books, in case you're new to the Jibun Techo. They're thinner, so they tend to like slide around a lot more than these guys do. They're just like loosey-goosey, and I just keep thinking that if I pick it up right, they're just gonna fall out, you know what I mean? So that's kind of a little annoying. Pen loop still annoying the crap out of me. At first it looked like this was like a pen loop that you could pick up and like move, you know what I'm saying? But it's not. There's just like a, this is kind of sort of bent. I don't know if you can see that better. So it's not like how I thought. I'm not even explaining it right. I'm sorry, I don't sew. I'm sure there's like terms and things that would make you understand it better, but somebody had suggested, because I thought that this was like taken over and sewn down, and that if I undid the seam it would pull up. No, if I undo the seam, I'm pretty sure it's just going to come off of this, and it will just be open. It'll be open flap, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm working with it. It hasn't annoyed me too much so far, and I've been in this for, you know, 6 whole days. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so I have some Post-its here, and I just have like the back of the Post-its sliding in there, so it's kind of open, so I can write quick notes right here. This guy is annoying in here. It's annoying AF, I'm not gonna lie. It slides around and falls out like you just saw. It slides around a lot. It's upside down right now because usually it goes on this side, but I didn't want it all behind my paper I was writing on, so I put it over here. It fits great within this cover. It's just over here. I don't know if it's like the material or whatever. It's angry at me, whatever. Okay, so the cover, you can see that it's in here. Haha. Remember in my video of this guy, I couldn't get it to go in. I was worried that I was going to bend stuff. You will see that back here, oh, maybe you can't see on the camera, but this is kind of like wrinkled, like crinkly, like it's being pushed together a little bit because it's kind of a tight fit, but I'm okay with that. I don't know that I'm going to take it out, but if I do, hopefully the tops here, because this is just faux leather, are not bent down and are going to look funky. But even if it is, I never look at the back anyway, so I think it'll be okay. Now these Post-its don't want to stick. Come on, your Post-its, the brand. You should be amazing glue. Oh my gosh, do you remember Romeo and Michelle when she's like, I remembered the formula for glue in her dream? And then she's like, I invented Post-its. Okay, anyway, off topic. So then we go into the inside here, and I just put some more Post-its with lines in here on these pages that had a lot of Japanese, just because, you know, they were useless to me, and I didn't want to like tape down a piece of paper, so I thought, let's just use Post-its. And then in here I can put my goals, or I can put phone numbers or addresses that I need to carry, passwords, because sometimes I change them because I can't remember the last one. And then the cycle continues. Anyone else? Okay, so they're in here. I didn't put any on here because I was trying to kind of see how they placed things to see if I wanted to do this, but I'm over it now, and I'll probably put some more on here. I covered this page because it has 2018. I don't really have a lot of use right now for 2020, but I wanted to use this because I do look at this a lot throughout the year. And then we have this guy, which again is hilarious because it's a December start. This is the Jibun Techo Biz, by the way. Oh my God, you're gone. I can't even handle. All right, and so this doesn't even start till January, so I'm hoping by putting this here, I will remember that it's there because I will forget to use it. I think I'm going to be putting my weight in here because I like to weigh myself at least once, if not twice a week, to make sure, sorry, I might have just moved you, that I am still on track. And if anything, I'm not gaining any weight. I've seen people use this for like their deposits and withdrawals, which would be great for that also, but I'm more into, you know, weight. And I'm not a rich person, so I either have money or I don't, so that other stuff is sort of lost on me. You? Anyone? Okay. And then we go here. So here's what I put, like, all of my tracking. I want my tracking all in one place because I'm not the best at tracking always. There's some things that I am legit amazing at tracking, and then others I fall off on, and I have some new hobbies. And I have some things that I really want to try to track. So I dropped my pen. You'll see that here and here. So that's not me trying to be fancy and put like things in places they don't go. No, I dropped my pen like a crazy person. I was trying to like make this better, and I stabbed it, and look at what I did to the E. And I was like, oh crap, and then stuff happened. Anyway, so I want to track here. I like the idea that if this doesn't work out and I need to get rid of half of these or put new things on, the next month I can do something different. I only wanted to put stuff here that I want to do on a daily basis or for most of the week. So that's what I chose to put here. Now, this is my monthly, and I haven't filled it completely out. The basketball schedule is out, and that will take up a lot of space throughout here as well. I have 3 nieces on varsity, and then my brother is the boys basketball coach. So I watch all basketball, and right now I just haven't had the time to fill it all completely in. So I will have to print that out and do it. Right now, this has stayed like the same. So for me, blue means that it's an event that's out of the house, which means I have to get ready and I have to drive. So it's important for me to see that and know. And then this kind of, I don't even know where I put them. Okay, so here are the highlighters. They're called Friendly on Jet Pen's website, and something else I think on Tokyo Pen Shop's site. I will show you these in a minute, but I'm gonna hold them because I will forget if I don't. Pink is for Jade, and then the yellow is because this one bleeds like crazy. So I had to switch to the more mild yellow so that that wouldn't happen. Now the rest of these are perfectly fine on the paper here. It's just this one, for some reason, it's evil. So I have my YouTube here, and I'm putting the ideas for the videos, or at least the videos I should be doing that month. I always try to post on Mondays, and then I post one more time in the week, which I haven't written down. I think on Thursday, because today's Saturday the 1st. I posted something for YouTube. I'm not sure if it was Thursday or Wednesday. I think it was Thursday. I'm just not as great about the second video I do in the week about posting on a certain day. I know, whatever, life, it happens. And then over here we have cleaning. So these are things that I'm just going to move from this list throughout the week when I have time. So this is just like my main list to look at for cleaning. Then I have personal, which I haven't added things to, but anytime I need to get a pedicure or chiropractor, dentist, that stuff goes here. And then that's just like maintenance, right, for me getting older. And then other can go here as well as down there. And anything else like cleaning, YouTube, or personal, I can put down here also and then just highlight it so I know what it goes for. You know, but I mean, I just wanted to make it look a little pretty and put it in some kind of order. So if I have to put this stuff down here and it's not in order, I don't care as much, you know. Down here, these are like kind of annoying because they give you the month before, the month of, and the month after at a glance. I don't mind the after, but these two I don't need as much. So I used the gray highlighter here, and then I used a white jelly roll pen, I believe. And these are 3 things that I didn't want to put on my tracker because they're not daily things, and they're not even things that I should be doing on the weekly. But a couple times out of the month I do them, and I just want to make sure to track them. And so I was able to use these, and it works like a charm. Now, the only 2 things I'm not using right now are the little boxes. I shouldn't say little because they're huge. And these emojis. Those are 2 other ways that you can track things, but I just haven't like figured out like what else do I need to track. I mean, good Lord. So here we have my week. Did your eyes just explode or what? Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm pretty much a plain Jane. I don't go far from the road, and I usually stick with just like black pen. It's hard for me to incorporate color. It just is. And I have these mild liners, this pack of 5, but I have, what are there, 3 other packs? I don't know how many there are all together. I have at least 2 more, if not 3, sets of mild liners. And I'm like, you are going to use these. You are going to use these. So I decided to use 2 of the styles that I see the most. Well, technically 3. I see people do like the little boxes like this, other tasks throughout. Then I see people highlight like this, either in big chunks or to make lines. And then they write in black. And then I see people just use a black pen, straight up. Not gonna lie, I kind of like all of them, and I sort of like a combination of all of them. Now that I'm gonna have a little bit more time to plan, because I'm telling you, I was literally exhausted from all of the crap I've been doing in November. Good Lord. But I'm really enjoying the color. Now this is super busy, and for a lot of people who are like myself, I don't like a busy planner all the time because I lose things and I can't find things. So the reality is, like, stuff like this was here for the day, and this stuff, as it happened, I added in. So it wasn't like I had to go searching for things. It's just when I go back to refer to something that I have to search. So I was trying out a coloring system. I was like trying really hard to be consistent about the color system. I don't know if it always worked out. I really haven't had any time to reflect, but I will let you know as we go. Again, we're here on December 1st. So half of this stuff I've already done, the other half I have not. And then I just kind of pre-planned with these, what are they called? The film sticky notes by the Jibun Techo. They're in here. Let me show you. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, but I did a video showing them and everything. I might as well take out all of this stuff. Okay. So, I didn't use any of these things on here. I gotta think about that next time. Okay. So, I didn't use the stencils because, again, I was crazy busy. So today, when I did this, but then again, I don't know when rehearsal is. Again, it's basketball season, and some of our cast went to a tournament like 6 hours from where we live. And so they're not going to be back until late on Saturday. So we decided to skip rehearsal on Saturday and do it on Sunday so all of the kids could be there, because our play goes on next week. So it's nice to have these, and I just wrote on them with a Sharpie so I can remove them and plan the day or even the week ahead with these guys. And then I just put them like on the back of here. Like you see, I have this one on there, and it's fine until I need them again. You might not see this. It blends a lot better than I thought when there's a lot of color on here. This is just one that has a task, and it's nice because I don't have to rewrite this on here. I can just leave it and check it off when it's done, or I can move it to the next day if I don't get it done today. I'm sorry if I'm talking super fast. I don't even know. And then this, again, I haven't used, but I tried the clock thing up here, and as soon as I put in the rehearsal, I'm gonna like shade it in and see if it's awesome or not. I just did it in pencil in case I messed up. Oh yeah, and then I lied. I used this one. So this was like the little face one, and then I chose my face because I was excited that I woke up super early. I was like, finally, Sylvia, get on your life. Get on your life, because it's the first of the month. So in my week, I have YouTube over here, and it's different from YouTube here. So this is just like the videos I'm going to do. These are the steps for the videos, if that makes sense. And instead of like, I put them here, like to do time blocking, but I kind of like just having them over here. And then it frees up some space throughout the columns. You know what I mean? So it's less busy. Then I have cleaning for the week, which I haven't started because this week was crazy. For here and here, I can write a few things. I don't know if I did in here or not. I don't know, but I have stuff to do. And then personal for the week here. And then we have others off to the side. So that is awesome. Down here, I've just been putting a little bit of mundane things that I wanted to remember about the day. I made boiled eggs here. I always used to put that in my other journals so that here I can know that, yeah, you should probably throw those out if you haven't eaten them by now. So any kind of food that I cook in large portions to eat on for a few days, I put there. And then the smiley face I've been using, whether I've had a good eating day or a bad eating day, mostly it's just been meh. Like I haven't super overeaten, but I wasn't like the best, like clean eater. And then I started doing like my carbs, and then I fell off, And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna write what I ate, and that's fine, because at least I am writing it down, and if I'm chubs, then I know why I'm chubs. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. I will let you know more about this. At the top, I have been putting like my one major thing of the day. So it's Friday is trash day, and I cannot forget that. And then I also put last day of Nano because I was so excited and I wanted to document that. Most people put like the high and the low of the day. I really don't care. I don't. The only times I do is if I can't go outside to exercise. Today was one of those days, but I did other exercises in the house, which I haven't written down yet because, you know, life. Up here, I was using the yellow highlighter, but look at this, right? It's just bleeding like crazy. It doesn't matter because this is an extra month when they give you extra months to, you know, plan ahead while you're waiting on your next planner. So that's okay, and that's why on this side I switched to the lighter yellow again, because that's just so sad. It's such a pretty color though. I'm really bummed. However, it does not happen in the Tomoe River paper. This is Mio paper. And again, all of the other mild liners I've used so far are fine. I mean, I haven't used all of them, I shouldn't say that, but a majority of them. I'll let you know. In the back here, I have a journal ready, but I haven't really been using one because I've been finishing up all of the paper I had in that TN. So in the back here, I did a little thing of the stencils. That's how they look. This is the green one. I think that's hilarious. It's a teardrop. I know. I still don't know what this is. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, but those are all of the icons that you get. And then this is this one right here. This still doesn't come all the way to the edge of the column, by the way, but you know, whatever. I used those a little bit today. Pretty, you know, standard, but cool still. And then over here, we have the new colors and the swatches I did for the different colors, and it is the mild yellow, or the mild lemon yellow rather, that just bleeds through on the Mio paper. This is Tomoe River paper in the idea books, and you'll see here that there's some slight ghosting, but no worries at all. And I went over this like 3 times. So still having that issue of some highlighters and some pens I can use in one and not in the other. I just want consistency, man. With some highlighters and some pens that work on any paper no matter what, and it's just not like a thing. Where is that? I'm putting it out in the universe. Let's go. Chop chop. All right, so this is what I'm doing so far for December, and then of course by the end of December, if I find that all else is failing me, it's back to a bullet journal, man. And I'm gonna try to do it in my A5 because I don't have well, yeah, I do have some A6s, but I want to try an A5 at some point if this all just, you know, goes downhill. All downhill from here. I'm just kidding. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.